Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and today I'm going to be sorting Lego. I doubt, I'm definitely not going to make it through all of this because this is an absurd amount of Lego. I have done one pass all the way through it, pulling out the minifigures. And then I spent some time trying to complete as many of it as I can. This was Space and the Aquanauts because I didn't know where to stick them. There's a bunch of old Blacktron, M-Tron, Space Police, Ice Planet, Spyrians, Explorians, Unitron, the Aquanauts, and then some old space, like classic space. Good stuff there. There was a bunch of pirate, pretty much all classic pirate. There was one or two of the newer stuff. There were some of the Islanders, there were some of the Spaniards, and I think only one of the really new pirates, but that's there. For Star Wars, I have them all lined up neatly. There was a whole bunch in here that I did not have. I haven't bought a lot of new Star Wars Lego since it first came out, so there's a lot of like the Sith stuff I didn't have, and a lot of the Rebel, the fancier Rebel pilots. There are some fairly new stuff in here. I definitely didn't have a Tauntaun, didn't have a bunch of these droids, didn't have a Lobot, stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I'll get to add that to my collection. There was a whole bunch of Castle. Both classic stuff from going all the way back to like the Yellow Castle, the Black Knights, the Crusaders, Forestmen, Wolf Pack, Dragon Knights, the Fright Knights. There was also a lot of the fantasy stuff with the dwarves and the orcs and the trolls. So a lot of good stuff, all from the era that I really like. So that was pretty cool. There was also a bunch of town, but they pretty much got cannibalized for parts to fix all of those, because there was a lot of parts missing, hands missing, arms and legs in the wrong spot. So there was a lot of getting all that, and then like castle weapons, stuff like that. What else was there? No, I think that's pretty much about it. There's some other random stuff. I did a bit of yellow, a small cup of yellow and a small cup of white. I also did reassemble the Slave 1 that it came with, so that set is pretty much complete. It might be missing a few parts just from life, but this one will go on display somewhere fancy. There's a bunch of Star Wars in here that I didn't have. There's definitely one of the Y-Wings, the later ones, the better designed ones, that I did not have, so that is pretty cool. I would like to build that one. There is the UCS. I kept saying USC last time and everyone lost their minds. There is an Ultimate Collector Series X-Wing that's mostly assembled. It needs to get repaired. And then, of course, the Falcon. But today I'm just going to be sorting, just for the one, because it needs to be done, and two, because I find it very calming. So I've got some small bins here. This is not nearly enough space for all of what we have in here, but I will get a bin going of each color, and I will just start going through it. There's a lot of partially completed Star Wars sets in here that I'm tempted to leave intact and try to rebuild them. It'll help me identify which ones they are, and then I can look up the instructions on Brickset or Lego. Is it brickinstructions.com? One of those. The instructions are available online. Lego actually has a lot of them on their website now as well, so those I don't think I will actually disassemble. Others I might. We will see. But it should be fun. Let me going to go ahead and leave those. So, look, a brick separator. How fabulous. When I actually took a look at the footage, I realized you really couldn't see anything that I was doing. So I have rearranged. We shall try this again. that is enough for tonight. I have almost a full bin of black, more than a half a bin of gray, half a bin of dark gray, half a bin of white, red, and yellow. They're roughly the same. Green is unsurprisingly the least. Gray is also, or brown is also fairly low. Found, what are you doing in there? Whole bunch of more minifigure parts that got missed the first wave. Pretty cool. I have made barely a noticeable dent in the pile. This is gonna be fun. I am in fact using this as an opportunity to tinker with my new camera because I'm still having issues with focus and lighting and coloring and all of that. So right now it's just set on auto. I just turned it on, poked the button, and we'll see what kind of quality that gives us compared to earlier where I was actually trying to do the autofocus and all of that. Should be interesting. Here we go. Right. My black bin overfloweth. And the grays are getting close. The white's also sneaking up on them. I'm either going to need larger bins, or I need to go sort these out. I haven't decided which yet. I need to go check my work computer. Right, I'm back. I decided to go with a larger bin. Give me a little more sorting time before I have to sort that. I've also tinkered with more settings on the camera. We'll see if it will stay in focus, if the exposure will be good. Got a lot to learn about the thing. Before I was just using my phone, and while it worked okay, it had issues. I'm hoping this will eventually prove to be a better option. Right, well, the gray bin is now full, the white bin is very nearly full, dark gray is almost full. Red and blue got the room, yellow's got room, green and brown, of course, have room. More and more minifigure stuff I missed on the first pass. Good stuff. Alright, oop, dragon! Well, I'll have to do other stuff for a little while. Tweak some more settings. We'll see how it looks now. Alright, now the gray bin overfloweth. The dark gray bin is full. The white bin is full. Red and blue still have a little room. Yellow, brown, and green still have room. But it might be time to sort these into the larger bin categories. We shall see. Hopefully this video is better. I'm going to take it and add it in. It's all going to be in one big video with all these different qualities, and hopefully I can figure out which one works well. Right. Well, now I've got to just set to auto. I'm just going to let the thing do what it feels like doing, and we'll see what we end up with. Alright, take a look how just letting it do its own thing turned out. Well. Right, so I've decided that's enough sorting for the day, at least sorting through the bulk stuff. I am going to finish my evening processing all of the minifig stuff that came out of this. There is probably still a bunch more to be found because I did the first pass through the collection and pulled out most of the minifigure stuff. But even in the little bit that I have done, I'm close to halfway through sorting the bricks into colors. I found this much more minifigure stuff, weapons and body parts and all of that. So I'm going to go through and organize them all the way I had the Star Wars stuff organized in on base plates. Figure out exactly what I've got. There were actually a fair number of large base plates that came with this collection, so I'm using those. And I'm going to see what I've got, what's still missing. And I may go ahead and jump the gun, and even before finishing sorting through that collection, fill in stuff that's missing from my own minifigure collection. Things like a lot of these guys are missing their visors because that's the sort of thing that gets lost over time. There are some that are missing hands, stuff like that. So that's how I'm going to round out my evening, but that will be a separate video, and I will then go over all of the minifigures in detail from what came out of this collection, as well as continue sorting the collection. I will probably move that up to here. I do finally have the nice lighting. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but it sure is nice and bright in here now, and I like that. I may actually get more of this same lighting. It's actually pretty nice. LED, so it'll last forever. It seems to be a nice, pleasant light. We will see how well it films, what it does to color and all of that, and I will continue to tinker with the settings on this thing, and hopefully it'll work out. Alright, enough of this. Thanks for watching.